Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I decided to do a full beginning to end get ready with me. So usually I'll do a hair tutorial or a makeup tutorial. So I've really been loving this Kylie Jenner wave where it's like straight but like a subtle blowout. So you guys know I only wear FOXY Luxe extensions, so I will leave all the information here just so you guys know in advance which set that I use. So if you guys want to see how I got this hair and how I got this makeup look, then keep on watching. So as usual, I am using my FOXY Luxe clip-in extensions. The hair that I'm doing today I did the other day, so they kind of already have a little bit of a wave in it. You guys can see they're kind of like half styled already, so I'm going to pop them in and just kind of go over the waves. So I know you guys have heard me say this so many times before, but these extensions are the best extensions to work with. They're so easy to use for any hairstyle because of the seamless band. So if you want to tie your hair up, if you want to part it in the middle, if you want to have the tracks super high, you can do absolutely anything with these extensions because of the seamless band. So you guys can see they've got like a flat seamless band, so it makes it super easy to use them for any hairstyle. So I'm going to start off with the smallest and the shortest 2 clip track, and I'm going to pop that right down the bottom. So that is the first track in, and mine sit about there. And then on top of that I'm going to put the next 2 clip tracks, so this one's a bit longer in length. So I'm just going to put another 3 clip and a single clip. I usually put 2 single clips on either side if my hair's in the center, but if it's on the side I don't really need any on the side that's not the thicker bit, because I like to kind of just put that behind my ear and push it back, and you obviously want more of the length to cover the side that's got the fringe. So I'll quickly show you guys how I finish this off and then we will wave the hair. So now I'm going to show you guys how I get my wave. So like I just mentioned, my hair was already waved because I did this hairstyle the other day. So if you guys want to see how I get my little Kylie Jenner waves, then keep on watching. So this hairstyle is so easy. I don't even really section it up. I just kind of take pieces and curl them. So I'm going to go downwards and I just kind of like roll it when it gets to the end. And then the base of your hair is pretty much going to stay dead straight. I don't like to curl it too much, especially because I'm blending it with extensions, because I want my little hairs there to blend as well as they can. So for that, keeping them straight is the best way. I hate doing videos barefaced. I feel so ugh. But it's okay because we're about to get glam in a minute. Luckily, this is a super easy hairstyle. So to me, this is more of like a blow-dried sort of look. Like it looks like you just got a salon blowout. So if you're someone like me that sucks at controlling the brush doing a blowout, this is the best way to achieve that look at home without having to go to the salon. I'm someone that hates going anywhere to get anything done, so if I can avoid going out and I can do it at home by myself, I will. So now I'm just going to freshen up this side so it's sitting nice and waved again like this side. Okay, so my hair is done, out of the way, it's all clipped back so we can keep it safe when I do my makeup. So for today's look, I thought I would do the look that I did on Instagram the other day, and I did use the Be Perfect Clientele palette. So to start off, I'm going to prep my lids with the P. Louise base. This is in shade number 2. I start off with the shade Sandy and mix it with the shade Shady. So we're going to go in with Sandy and Shady and we're going to mix them 2 together. By the way, I always forget to mention my brushes. This is the Morphe M514 So it's a really like small blending brush. And then this is the Morphe M441, and I'm just using that to blend over the edges so it looks super blown out and seamless. So now I'm going to go in with Too Much, and I'm still going to blend that in back in with the same two shades that I just used for my crease, and I'm just going to do that to define the crease. So when I go in and carve it out, so it's not a cut crease, I go really softly with the concealer, but it just kind of makes that definition between the lid and the crease, and it just looks a lot more neat. So I'm just going in with the tiniest little dot of concealer and then blending that out over the lid. So it's not really like a cut crease, I'm just kind of cleaning up the area. So I'm going to go in with a more fluffy brush so it doesn't come up too defined, because I want it to look really soft and undone, which is why I'm kind of blending it in like a circular motion. And then I'm just going back in just to define it again. But we just pretty much want this lid area to look a little bit more cleaner. So when I do my little brown wing, it pops a lot more. So I'm going to mix together this shade here called Too Much and this shade called Brownie. And I am going to do a wing with a brown liner, but I'm just kind of basing the area so it looks more blown out. So instead of having the wing look super intense and sharp, this is just going to base it to look a little bit more blended and blown out. So to set the lid area, I used this shade here called Asha, and I mixed a dot, like the tiniest dot of peach out. So the more peachy tone kind of just warmed up the cool look. So I'm just going to tap that over here, and I feel like it just pulls together the look really nicely. I don't know what it is about the peach, but I think because I had my peach nude lipstick as well, everything just tied together really nicely. So I'm just going to pop that all on the lid. So for eyeliner, I'm using the Benefit roller liner, and I'm pretty sure it's just called Brown. So that is what it looks like. See how pretty a brown liner is? So you still get that super nice defined sharp wing, but it's not so dark, so it looks a lot softer. So I'm just going to go and do the other one. And then I just got the tiniest amount of black shadow and kind of ran it along the end, but I don't know what that really did, but I just did that the other day, and I feel like it just made it look a little more like softer once the lashes went on. For mascara, I'm using the Tarte Big Ego. I love this mascara so much. So if you've got pretty natural lashes, you could easily just do mascara and leave this look, because it is so soft. It would suit no lashes, but I can't live without my lashes, so I'm going to pop them on. So the other day when I did this look, I used my lash in Style Good Girl, and it looked so perfect, so I'm going to use them again today. I love these lashes because they're the perfect in between. Like, they're not dramatic and they're not super natural. They're literally like the perfect in between. Okay, so that's the eyes done. For primer, I'm using the CoverFX Water Cloud Primer. I used this primer so much when I first got it, and then I lost it. I could not for the life of me find it. And then it just showed up in my drawers the other day. In my drawers the other day. So I'm going to use it today. That's what it looks like. It's like a kind of separated a bit. I'm just going to mix it together on my hand because it kind of separated a little bit. I'm pretty sure I lost this primer like 6 months ago. So it could be kind of like expiring soon. I'm not too sure, but I really liked this when I first used it. Any primer that's like a moisturizing primer, I'm definitely here for. I just feel like for my skin, mattifying primers don't work very well for me unless I've really hydrated my skin underneath, because it is semi-dry. So my skin isn't dry. I feel like people say, like, why do I say my skin is dry? It's not that dry. But if I don't add a lot of moisture under my foundation, it looks super flaky and just flat, whereas when I add a lot of hydration under my makeup, it looks a lot more radiant. So I'm actually going to use an old throwback today, and I'm going to use the NARS Barcelona, that's medium 4. So this is like my perfect shade, but when I'm tan sometimes I need to mix Syracuse, which is medium dark 1, so we'll see how that goes. And I've been using the Juno & Co sponge lately. I've really been liking this sponge. So for concealer, I'm using the Huda Beauty Cotton Candy concealer. It's the Overachiever concealer. Usually I just put it on with the applicator, but it just makes it way too high coverage. And I know it was designed to be used with the applicator, but I saw the way Huda Beauty does it is she gets a little bit on the brush and then she just like blends it in that way. So I'm going to try do it that way and see how the coverage comes up, because I really don't want it to be too high coverage. And to contour, I'm also using the Huda Beauty Tan Tour. I honestly love Huda Beauty's products. Like, guys, my Tan Tour melted everywhere. Look at that. Oh my god. Now it is like really hot. Well, I'm just gonna go in with what's on the lid so I don't waste product. Oh my god, this is nasty. I'm using the same brush I used for my concealer. I just cleaned it off. So I'm just kind of like going messy. I'm not too neat. So whenever I do my makeup, I'm not really that neat. On Instagram, I try to do things all cute and like fancy so it looks good for a thumbnail, but in reality I just kind of throw it anywhere and then blend it out. Always have to contour my nose. I had a comment the other day, someone was saying like my nose isn't fat, why do I contour it? But when you're doing like so much sculpting and highlighting, your nose just disappears if you don't contour it. So even though I know maybe I don't need it that much, I just have to do it. I haven't had my lips done in so long, so I've been contouring them lately just so they pop. So lately I've actually been loving using a more pinky tone powder for under my eyes. So this here is Cupcake by Huda Beauty, and it's pretty much translucent, but it has the slightest pink undertone, and I love how brightening it is under the eye because I do like more bright under eye. So I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Medium 2. Just going to set my face. So I'm just going to leave that lightly setting under my eyes, and I'll dust it away when I'm done. Sometimes I don't even set the rest of my face, but because it's a really hot day and I'm literally sweating to death, I'm going to make sure I set it all good. So for blush, I'm using my Tarte Blush Book, and as usual I'm just going to mix these two shades here. This is like my go-to everyday blush combo. I just mix the peach and the pink and go for it. And then for bronzer, my favorite, the Il Makiage bronzer palette. I live for this middle bronzer shade here. It's like the perfect golden warm mineral bronzer. I love this bronzer because it's not going to add more ash to your contour, especially if you've just cream contoured. It's just going to be a nice warm diffused bronzy glow. So for lips, I'm going in with the KKW Nude number 2. I'm just going in with Kylie lip liner in Paris. This is more of a pinky nude, but I'm just going to feather it in to my lips. So the shade that I used for this look on Instagram was 1993, which is a matte liquid lip, and that is what the shade looks like. So it's a peachy nude. So my liquid lipsticks are not like a thick formula, they're a more thin, lightweight formula. So these are going to feel like absolutely nothing on your lips. They don't go dry, they don't crack, they're a very hydrating lipstick. So all the way through the day they're going to look matte, but you're still going to be able to rub your lips together. So you'll see they're a thinner consistency, and they're so comfortable on the lips. So with the nude shades, I just put a little bit and kind of blend it in just so it doesn't look too overly nude, and considering how thin they are, they're super pigmented. So I'm just going to blend all that together. And I like to use a more fluffy brush so it does become a little bit more ombre'd and blended. I love how this lipstick looks with a darker lip liner. Like, this is my ultimate ombre lip. I just picked up a bit of the concealer on the brush. So I'm just going to wipe away any excess. So before I put my mascara, I'm going to set my under eyes. I'm using the Anastasia Dewy Set. So my little tip is I like to spray it on my sponge and then just kind of dab it around my face, and be really gentle under the eyes because you can lift all of your under eye powder and concealer if you're too rough. So I like to just go in really lightly and just dab. And you guys see it just adds a nice little glow under the eye, and I'm going to do that on the other side too. See how that happens? You have to be really careful. So for my highlight, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt in Afternoon Snack and Mole Honey. So that's what it looks like. So I'm just going to mix both shades together. So I usually smoke out my lower lash line, but for this look I actually left my lower lash line and I just put a tiny little bit of mascara. It gives you that really dull eye look. So I'm gonna leave it like this, just put a little bit of mascara, and that's it. So just like that, to coat my lashes so they don't look completely naked. Just so it doesn't look like you forgot, like you were meant to do this. So this is today's look complete. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the full get ready with me. If you want to check out the FOXY Lux hair extensions that I used, I have left a link down below. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love you so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!